got you covered, man. Like Hustle Man would say, the marathon continues. You heard? Hey, yo, I want to give a special shout out to Cal Dental USA. They taking dentistry to the next level. I'm wishing all the employees, you know, a real, just safe quarantine, man, during this time. I know it's tough. But look, if you need a dentist from LA to the OC, they got you covered, man. Like Hustle Man would say, the marathon continues. You heard?
You got it locked on Roadium Radio.
Due to circumstances beyond anyone's control, Dr. Dre is in the motherfucking house. So right about now, and I say, yo Steve, are you with me? ICE, are you with me?
Here's a little something about a nigga like me that never should've let me buy tape from Steve. Ice Cube would like to play dope shit mixed by Dr. Dre. Since I was a youth, I like Compton. Now I like the motherfucking Roadium. Buying a tape or two, that's what the hell I do. You don't like Tony A? Well, fuck you, this is a game, and I'm in it. Ice Cube will fuck you up in a minute with a right, left, right, making you sick. And then you see Tony A is on the mix.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
Welcome everybody to Roadium Radio episode 304. The 304 Rio. First and foremost, I want to apologize to everybody for starting late. You know what? The traffic is fucking crazy, and it happens to be a Wednesday, but you know what? We're going to get it in. It's going to cut our interview a little short because, well, I'll let him explain that, but I want to thank everybody who tuned in, everybody who liked, comment, subscribed, everybody who's sharing this, everybody who's in the live chat talking shit, who's not talking shit, who's liking or disliking. It doesn't matter. You guys are still watching. So I want to thank all of you guys ahead of time because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So other than that, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. We're not going to waste any motherfucking time. So the one and only, the San Diego legend, Mitchy Slick. How you doing, my brother?
Tony A, what's up, fam?
You know what? Tell us a little bit about it, man. How was the drive over here?
Man, you know, it's a crazy day, homie. I scheduled so many things in this one day, bro, to where that, but I couldn't cancel this meeting, homie. This is a legendary thing for us to get together today. I mean, I'm back and forth between LA and San Diego right now. I shot up here, homie. I got to get right back. I'm hosting something tonight, you know what I'm saying? It's a graduation day for a lot of the little cats in my area, and we really big with supporting the high school and stuff where I went to school at.
Yes, sir.
And so therefore, you know, like we just celebrating, got a party. Got a couple local rappers showing up, the little cats that the little youngsters love and stuff. You know, we're going to do it up for the little homies down there at Lincoln High School in San Diego.
That'll work. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. You guys, I don't want to waste any time. Once again, I apologize if this is going to be cut a little bit short, but it's, you know what, I'm very respectful of his time, and the event that he's attending, I got to respect that too, because a lot of good and positive things are going to come out of that. So first and foremost, you know what, I just want to jump right into it. For the people that may not know who you are, right. Where originally are you from? Like, where did you grow up at?
I'm from San Diego, Southeast San Diego, Logan and Euclid. And if you're from San Diego, you know it's called a dip where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, everybody know the community, kind of famous. Got a couple legends come up out the area, play for the high school in that area. Marcus Allen, Terrell Davis, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, Terrell Davis is the beast.
Yeah, you know what I mean? About the community. Nick Cannon, a few cats that grew up in our community, you know what I mean? And yeah, man, San Diego, California, straight up.
Hell yeah, San Diego in the building. You know, for people that may not know let's just say we have people from out of state, because we do have people from Germany, we do have people from Canada watching. For people that may not have ever been to San Diego, can you kind of paint us a picture of what it was like growing up for you in San Diego, in your neighborhood?
Well, San Diego is crazy because it's a lot of other places I've been to across the country where, you know, the color lines aren't as thick, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like especially like say like in the Bay Area or some places I've been down south, you know, it's pretty much of a more of a economic status thing, you know what I'm saying? But in San Diego, it's color lines, you know what I'm saying? If you white, you skate and surf. If you black, you do this, you know what I'm saying? If you Mexican, now the Mexicans and the brothers, you know, we're gonna share that pretty much anywhere in Southern California. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, and It was a lot of athletics, man. We really into athletics, homie. We really into it's a lot of testosterone in San Diego, man. Because we're not one of the bigger cities across the nation, but everybody in San Diego feel like we are. You know what I mean? Yeah. So a lot of the stereotypical stuff you hear about San Diego, the beaches and the palm trees and the oceanfront views and stuff like that. When you grow up in Southeast San Diego, that stuff you really don't see too much. You know what I mean? Like we probably go to the beach in San Diego just as much as anybody else. Any other city go to our, and we 10 minutes, 15 minutes away from the beach. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's just like a little bit different, man, because of how the city makes its money and how it makes its money. A lot of tourism and a lot of stuff on the front lines. We kind of get shadowed out or blocked out, or a lot of the stuff that takes place in our community, they try to push it over. We actually about 15 to 20 minutes east of Ocean Beach and Pacific and Mission Beach and stuff like that. And then you run into like downtown area, and in Southeast San Diego, that's where the urban part of the town is. That's gonna be mostly like maybe like 10 minutes from downtown, I would say. 10 minutes east of downtown. Okay. Mm-hmm. Did you grow up going to Tijuana and buying some tacos over there? Everybody, but we don't buy the tacos over there. We go over there to party and drink, but man, we got a real connection with the Mexican restaurants in Southeast San Diego, and we've been eating that food, homie, our whole lives. And it's like a special type of Mexican food in San Diego, even different from LA. Really? Yeah, even the tortilla or even the colored cheese that we use in San Diego is a specific, and I feel like it's the Mexicans that settled in San Diego. They knew that they market was to brothers and sisters, so they kind of tailor-made it. They tailor-made the Mexican food in San Diego. It's a little different than everywhere else. Not too different, but we know how to make tacos and burritos and chimichangas and all that before we know how to make greens and macaroni and cheese and corn in Southeast San Diego. That's our go-to food. Your mama sends you to the store, go get something to eat, and usually go get a burger or go get in Southeast San Diego, you going straight to the taco shop, 5-roll tacos with guacamole and cheese, straight up. That's how we came up, homie. No shit. Yeah, for real. Okay, that's interesting. I like that. Like, we'll fight you about some Mexican food in San Diego. LA, we got good Sacramento. We'll fight about who got the best Mexican food come from San Diego, straight up. That's dope, man, because I know you were running late. You walked in eating tacos. Straight up, homie. I took a chance on some LA taco shop, man. How was it? It wasn't cool. It was bullshit. Straight up, homie. Hey, you know what? I appreciate your honesty, bro, because if it was trash, I'd say it too, But now, you know what? Let me ask you this. You come from a big family, a lot of brothers, a lot of sisters? No, I'm an only child. Really? Yeah, straight up. Okay, I only ask this because I'm one of 10. Right. So for me, having brothers, sometimes it was like a fucking pain. Sometimes having sisters, it was like a fucking pain. But ultimately, it was just a blessing because we're all older now, and I love them to death. Right. Did you ever grow up thinking like, man, I wish I had a brother? Try this. Where'd you grow up, Tony A? Here, right here in the city of Wilmington. I know about Wilmington. Yes. It's active. Yeah. Okay, imagine growing up here with no brothers and no sisters and no cousins. Can you imagine what your life would have been like? Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm asking. Imagine where you live, in the hoods you live, everybody live around here knows that ain't nobody coming for you. Right. To catch your back about nothing. You get into a fight when you 10 years old, you beat up the little dude you fighting, his 12-year-old brother coming, you ain't got nobody to go get. You got to get down with the 12-year-old brother too. And that's what growing up, like being the only child where I grew up was. And where I grew up, it was probably like the most active part of San Diego, especially in the time. I was 9, 10, 11, right in the middle of the crack era, you know what I mean? Oh, shit. Okay, right. So if I had to guess, what, 80s, mid-80s, late 80s? Yeah, 80, 87, 88, 89. I was a little kid at that time, being very, very much impressioned by what was going on and having to figure out what I was going to do and which way I was going to go. And when you in environments like that, they call it bullying now. Right. It wasn't even no thing as such word as bullying when we was coming up. Right. That was just a rites of passage. That's just how you came up. Yeah. So trying to figure out how to manage through life when stuff would happen, and going home and getting your mama or telling your whoever that was a no. You knew that. You couldn't go tell your mama nothing that somebody did to you at school or something.
And you know what? And you're 100% correct, because there were times that I got picked on, and I had to throw blows at somebody. And my older brothers would always tell me, "You need to come home and tell us."
Right.
I never wanted to get them involved, bro.
Yeah.
I never did, because I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna beat up the fucking dad. The dad's probably gonna call the brother. Then I gotta get my other brother.
Right.
So I get it. Now, what type of music would you say you were raised when you were growing up? You said in the 80s was played around your home as a kid.
My pops was a DJ when I was coming up, bro.
No shit.
You know what I mean? My pops also had a band and had little deals and stuff coming up. I think they did something with Warner Brothers back. They didn't no hit records, but local hit records and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Always performing in the town. My pops was a DJ, and I came up during the era that first era of all the shit. I mean, to tell you the truth, I remember the era right at when rap started, right before rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Zap and Switch. And Confunction and all the, you know, I grew up listening to that at like 2 and 3 years old. Pops was grooming me to do this shit long time ago. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But then my first rap experience is gonna be, you know, Eazy-E and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Yeah.
That turned me out straight up. I heard Eazy-E, MC8. You know, I had to do that, homie. That was what it was at that point right there.
Right.
We heard all the rap before that, Rapper's Delight, all the shit they was doing on the East Coast. I even remember like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five and the Female Finesse and Sinqueeze, and I remember all that, but it was just music. When Eazy and them came out, it was like, okay, this is for us. Ice-T, oh, okay, he like me. You know what I mean? He like my uncle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what I was listening to when I got in, you know what I'm saying? West Coast, the origins of the West Coast shit.
Dope. And what would you say at that time, what group would you say, I know you mentioned the NCA, I know you mentioned NWA. Was there anybody that you said, like, fuck, man, this is a group that inspired me?
Above the Law, cut it straight out right there, Above the Law.
Okay.
Contest Most Wanted, Above the Law. Why? Because I felt like the cats that was rapping wasn't rappers. And I think I was right. They was real street cats, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eazy and them, yeah, I know about Eazy. Dre and them, they would seem like they was musicians and they making music. Eazy, real street cat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ice Cube, street cat, but I could tell it was a little bit difference between Cube and what MC8 and them was doing. The second generation the second wave of that, you know what I mean? These cats sound like they still was selling dope and shit while, you know, before they came to the studio.
You know, and let me just take a moment to thank Cocaine, because he's the one that connected us.
Man, that's my big brother right there.
Yeah,
bro.
so Coca, muchas gracias. And also to, once again, Hutch. They both been here. Actually, Hutch been here twice. Cocaine has been here twice, and he'll be back again to promote his new and up-and-coming album. So I want to give a shout-out to them. So Above the Law, you know what? I was thankful to have been in the studio when Dre would play me. He played me Murder Rap, play me Untouchable, you know.
Yeah, that's fortunate.
Yeah.
Bro, this bring back mememories right here.
The He-Man, yeah.
Oh, bro, I had that toy right there, homie.
Yeah.
Straight up. Thundercat.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's right, homie.
Now, let me ask you this. Around what age would you say that you began to take rap serious?
I was older, homie.
Okay.
I didn't have the bug early because to me, I come from a time in an era where only rappers rapped, if you know what I mean. Now everybody rap. Remember your hood? It was like 2 cats that rapped. That's what they did. Remember them days?
Yes.
Everybody didn't rap. To me, if you was gonna rap, it was cool to rap, but I was like into getting money, and I didn't want to be rapping for nothing. So that's the reason why I never took rap serious, even though I always had a little pad and would jot down little rhymes and shit. I got about 25 and 26 years old before I ever made a song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
25 years before, 25 before I made a song. And when I made that song, that was only because I had some homies from my neighborhood, from Southeast San Diego, the big homie Scarface and the homie Romy Rome. They ain't actually from my neighborhood, but they from Southeast San Diego, and they had a record label called Bottom Up Records, right? And I saw the moves that they was making with an artist that I know very well, and that's my close brother now, Damu. And I was just like, man, you know, I started out just supporting what they was doing. I could be a supporting member, you know what I'm saying, of what's going on. But then later on, I started seeing like, okay, they really trying to bust some moves, and it's a potential to make some money off this, along with seeing Master P and what he was doing. When I saw Master P doing it without a label, without having to come to Hollywood and get a deal, just off of his own hustle and independent, going straight to the distributors and getting deals, and I figured, okay, well, I could do that. I can't go to Hollywood and make nothing happen, but if I'm getting some money, I got the street credibility, let me get in the studio, I can make this happen. So you can attribute that to P, Master P, and then just that era, homie, that independent underground era, you know what I mean?
Right. You know, I went back to listen to a lot of your music just recently within the last 2 days.
That's right.
And one thing that I've noticed that you make a lot of like sound effects, and you make certain noises that's so different and so unique. And I began to listen to melodies, some of the melodies of your raps. Mm-hmm. I always tell my friends, I don't listen to lyrics, I listen to melodies. Mm-hmm. Then if I like it, the melody, then I'll go back and listen to what he was saying. Mm. And I kept saying, man, why does this guy sound so familiar? And without mentioning no names, because I'm not trying to diss anybody, I noticed that there's a lot of rappers today that have taken something that you have already created and started.
That's crazy.
Do you ever listen to maybe some of today's rappers and feel like, okay, he got that from me?
I don't, bro.
Okay. Have you ever been told that?
I never think about it, you know what I'm saying, really. I never really think about it, homie, you know what I'm saying, because with me, I always felt like I never had a style.
Okay.
I felt like I never had a style. Now, I'm sure because in any artist that got like a wave or something going on, gonna have people and fans that listen to his music. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, homie. But I'd be interested to hear who you think, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, a couple, but I just be making my music, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now I've known a couple words that I've heard people say for sure. Like, especially, like, if you know, everybody know me for yeah that. I use yeah that in Southeast San Diego. That's a word we use. I heard everybody from Kendrick to Keke Palmer to all the LA rappers use yeah that. But that I would say that comes from, I've been in LA a lot. I ain't just been in San Diego. I've been in LA for the last 20 years, damn near, just as much as I've been in San Diego. Okay. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Back and forth.
Okay. Now, when you began to write and start to take this a little bit more serious, you see you were around 25, 26 years old. Mm-hmm. Did you immediately...
Maybe a little younger, but...
Okay.
But right in there.
Okay. Did you at all think, okay, I got something? If that wasn't you as a rapper, do you think one of your homies would have said, hey, bro, that ain't cutting it?
I never really felt like that.
Okay.
Because I'm the kind of cat that where whatever I do, I'm kind of tuned and tapped in. I always been like a cool kid a little bit, you know what I mean? Uh-huh. So I know, I hear what's going on. I hear what's good. And I ain't never been nobody to lie to myself and pump myself up and tell me I can't do something or whatever. Nah, I was a student of hip-hop.
Yes.
I was a student of hip-hop. So I knew what was right and what was wrong. I didn't just listen to my type of music or what I like. I done studied it all. You know what I mean? I was a Wu-Tang fan. You know what I'm saying? I was a RZA fan, crazy homie in the 90s, you know what I mean? Yeah. Mobb Deep, all the way, Big Daddy Kane, Kool G Rap. I was a student. I already did my homework, so I already knew my raps was dope, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Straight up.
If you can recall, walk us through the first time you walk into the vocal booth or the mic's in front of you and you drop your first verse to record. They play it back, you hear it. What are your thoughts?
It killed me because you ain't really used to hearing your own voice coming from a different angle. Everybody's used to hearing how their voice sounds when it comes out of your diaphragm through your chest. It's different when you hear it coming from the inside out. But when you hear it coming from the outside in, it freaked me out, homie, because I didn't sound like myself to me.
Really?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So is it safe to say you didn't like it?
I thought it was too high pitched. So then I make myself rapping a little bit higher tone than the way I would normally spit it out. So I would make my voice a little deeper because I didn't like the way it sounded. It sounded too high to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now I don't even notice that I do that. I probably guess I just didn't figure it out now. It don't bother me. When I hear myself now, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So once again, so you record these demos. Do you release them right away, or do you just pass them out to
I
the
let
homies?
the homies hear them, and they turn into classic records in my neighborhood. The homies still sing them today. This was 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I took that same mixtape and I let my homeboy hear, my homeboy, big brother Reese, Reese Cup. A lot of cats know Reese from pretty much being probably with Exhibit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Brought him with Exhibit, do Exhibit's like most active times. You know what I'm saying? And Reese was dealing with our other brother from San Diego that was Dog Pound DJ at the time, DJ Jam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And Reese had just got out of jail, wanted to do the rap thing, had a couple artists. He wanted to see if we had what it took. You know, hooked up with DJ Jam. DJ Jam sent us to the big dog. Hey, man, you need to go holler. I'm busy. I'm rolling with Dog Pound right now and Dre. But go holler at Sir Jinx.
Shit, then we have some mutual friends, man, because I know DJ Jam very well.
Bro, my introduction to the game was I made a mixtape. I let Reese hear. Reese let Jam hear. Jam sent us to Exhibit within this 2 months time, and I come up here with a few other San Diego artists and meet up with Sir Jinx in the alley somewhere in Hollywood off of Melrose while he working on Exhibit's 40 Days or 40 Nights album. So that's when I met Jinx. The first day I came to LA, I met Jinx the first day. Regular straight, in the trap, getting money, low riding, gang banging, never leave Dago, except for, I mean, I went off to college and did little stuff like that. Unlike anybody I ever was hanging with, I somehow ended up at a black university, homie, by way of just trying to get away from the shit.
Yeah.
And I hadn't really been around no entertainment or rap, nothing. I made this demo. Within 2 months, I'm with Sir Jinx. Sir Jinx working on Exhibit album. The first day, Reese bring us to LA. I meet Sir Jinx. I meet Exhibit. I meet Mac 10. I meet Dub C, DJ Aladdin. I think it was Kiki. Was it Kiki Loc? Man, listen. That day it kind of blew me back because I'm like, damn, wait a minute, these are all the cats I be listening to, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm here with them, and being from San Diego, you don't have that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being from Whittier, Compton, Long Beach, wherever you, in LA, you kind of been at school or hung out with somebody that had a platinum record or was tapped in with Dre, and then back in San Diego, we didn't have that. Even though we only 2 hours away, there's nobody that was ever connected or ever had a hit rap record from San Diego, even just being 2 hours away, or even like maybe an hour and 40 minutes away from where we at now, hour and 30 minutes away. Uh-huh. So to come to LA that first day and to be able to be in the circle of them people that fast, that's what ignited the fire. I figured, like, you know, well, shit, maybe I could do this. You know what I'm saying? It's right here in my face.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that it ignited the fire, because sometimes, you know, there's a quote that I like to read sometimes, and it says, sit down with winners, the conversation is different. Okay? And you being in the presence of those guys, it does bring something out of you. It almost makes you elevate your game, but you're also receiving something. Okay. And that's one thing that I always try to tell a lot of these youngsters that are trying to come up. I could introduce you to these guys because these guys are the guys that can give you something that I can't. I'm just a producer and I'm just a DJ and a podcaster now. But these guys are legends here. You know, they can give you something. A lot of them, no, not really. I don't need to hang around with nobody or whatnot. But you don't realize iron sharpens iron. You could be in the studio listening to a guy bust on the mic, and in your mind, you're thinking, I got to elevate my game, you know.
You know, it's a trip, man. I think our era of hip hop, which is anything before the last 10, 15, or 10 maybe, 15, that element of being the best and being competitive and all that was the main objective. And it had to do with talent and skill. And today, I don't think that's the main objective. Not to say that the new cats aren't talented and skilled, but I don't know if that's their motivation as much as it was us. Remember, it was about being dope. I mean, I remember battle rapping with gangster raps, not these metaphoric raps, no, straight gangster raps battling. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It was about who was the best rapper, and I don't know if that's the motivation right now.
No, somebody said it on Drink Champs. I believe it was Drink Champs. He said, the new talent today is no talent. He said, it's all a gimmick today. It's all a spoof.
Right.
You know, whoever got the hottest TikTok song, you know, so I don't really know where music is going right now. I really don't. I don't like the state of music. I'm a fan of hip hop. I'm a fan of good rap. I'm a fan of good music. But whenever I voice my opinion, people always say, Tony, you're old and you're hating. Bro, I grew up with this shit. If it's good, it's good. You know, I just don't like where it's at right now. I guess your opinion on the state of music today.
Like I said, it's right now it's about who's popular. And it don't matter how you get popular. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You could even be a snitch. You could be a rat and be popular. And still be popular and still do numbers. This is an era where you could get rich off of people not liking you. Wow. Imagine this. Even if somebody hates you, your video's out, somebody will go watch you and click on your video because they don't like you. Oh, look at this faggot, look at this punk, look at this, and whoever it is, but that artist is still clicking views and streams. Okay, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Opposed to an era where, like, if this was 1990 and you hearing a song, that means somebody in the vicinity of wherever you at thinks you're cool. They like your song. In this era, you could hear somebody's song and it could be just getting played because somebody doesn't like it.
You're right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got people that's the most villain. The villain. There wasn't no villain in rap or whatever that people didn't like, but he was still on TV.
Yeah.
That's this era right now, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I don't even know where to take that, but you said it. You said you could be a snitch and be in.
Right.
Talk to a guy maybe about 5 to 6 years ago, somewhere around there. He had just got out of county jail. I'd heard that he was supposed to be doing some time, and I heard that he was getting about 10 years. He gets out maybe in a couple of months, and I just said, "Hey, man, I thought you were looking at about 10 years, you know?" And he was like, "Yeah, but I just wanted to come home." And I said, "Well, how do you do that? Like, you just tell him I want to come home?" He goes, "Yeah, bro, I don't know if you heard." And he told me just like this. Everybody thought, I said this before on this podcast, and everybody thought I was playing around, but I was being fucking honest. Now, this wasn't my homie. He was just a guy that I knew. Right. And he told me, "Snitching's in." He said, "Snitching is in." And I was like, "Snitching is in?"
He right, though.
You want to explain that to the people?
Look how many rappers and how many artists that you see every day. Look how much more you hear about cats snitching now in the streets than you used to hear.
I know.
I be hearing shit like shit I never heard. Like little cliques talking about long as they didn't snitch on us and he didn't snitch on me.
Yeah.
I don't even understand it, bro. But I will most definitely say there's some popular cats right now that's still on the internet every day, still cutting down my feed.
Yes.
And they just done recently went to jail and told on people and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And in our era, that wasn't possible. And the reason why that's not possible, because now you ain't got to be outside like you used to have to be outside.
Yeah.
2000, 2001, 2003, you was an artist, you had to come outside. You couldn't sit behind a computer and do that. Ain't nothing more busterish than how they get that phone and sit it up and then talk crazy into the phone and all that shit like that.
Can we give him a hand clap, bro?
Like, and then the cold thing is like the most popular artist is whichever one talked the hardest into the phone.
Yeah.
If you look at who they are,
it is. Yeah.
I'm not saying no names. But I'm just saying, look at all the cracking artists. They the ones that talk the toughest. I mean, in the genre of whoever's supposed to be like gangster rappers or street rappers. Yeah. Whoever talk the craziest or talk the most into their phone on the live, that's who the most popular is.
You know, today you have rappers that are more known for their desmadre, for their bullshit off stage than on stage.
That's what I said. It's about who's popular.
Yes.
It's not about the music all the way. It's about who's popular. Because now everybody got good music if we're going about today's standards, because now all you got to do is put a little auto-tune on your shit, get a beat from whoever, whatever, and now you got a song that's just as dope as whoever else's song. It ain't no real vocals being sung or nothing like that. Because then it would have to be a person that really had, you got to be born with the vocals to be a vocalist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to be born with the vocals to be a vocalist now. Like if you a singer or if you whatever, you could just put it on a computer and AI it and whatever. AI up, homie. Hey, AI is finna become a style, yo. That's the new style finna come out. The AI style.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna learn how to tweak the AI to where it sounded this new run of, I don't know, homie.
I think Nelly was on it first. Remember? Under the mama AI, oh.
He did it, huh?
Okay, let's jump into.
Hey, Tony A got them subliminal clowns. He'll get you real quick and then get out of there and get straight face on you, huh? That was, come on, Tony A, that was a real clown, homie.
It's okay to have a sense of humor, my brother.
Yeah, that straight up, homie.
Strong arm steady.
Oh yeah, man. Them is 3 powerful words, homie. Strong
arm steady. Can you tell us about it?
Strong Arm Steady, homie, was a mixtape click that we made like in 2003 or 4, and it was a mob of MCs from West LA, for the most part. Couple members from here and there. I think me, Planet Asia was not from LA, but Chase Infinite, Crime Down, Feel the Agony, Exhibit was part of that. The Alcoholics. We had this mixtape series out, and Strong Arm Steady was like the movement.
Awesome.
And so you had it was 30 different MCs, barbershop MCs, and we go get our rap partners, from Paul Wall and Talib Kweli and whatever to be on these mixtape during that era, like when the mixtape era, the Dipset era, the 50 Cent when they was going crazy on the mixtapes and all that.
Yeah.
We was in Southern California going crazy on the mixtapes, and from that movement, a lot of them cats in that movement had deals, but me, Crime Down Field, didn't have no deals, and we would just be moving on the road with Exhibit or whatever, and then that's the game. The gang just came to life right there. Strong Arm Steady.
Dope, okay.
But it's really the Far Eye and Chocolate Tie and Saphir and Raz Cass and all these artists was all part of Strong Arm Steady.
Okay, yeah. Raz Cass.
Producers too. DJ Khalil, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. And now, for people that are probably wondering, now that you brought all that up as far as the mixtape thing, are those still available? Can people still purchase them or listen to them?
Yeah, Strong Arm Steady mixtape series. You can go download them online right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was something that somebody wanted me to ask you as far as are those still available. Now, I don't know if this might be available. Any hard copies by any chance?
Man, we was killing it, bro. We was dropping off thousands and thousands all at swap meets all over Southern Cali, homie. But nah, I don't have none. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's collectors that got them because they bring them up to us and have us sign them all the time. But they not in production no more. Nah, they was just the little jewel case CDs, homie.
Okay. I want to jump into this. Hopefully I pronounce it right. Triggeration Station.
That's it, homie.
Okay, and that was your first.
That was my first album, homie. Legendary album, recognized as Southern Cali classic to most, homie. I charted. That was my first project. Those songs was probably I probably did 5 songs total before I did the songs for that album. Shout out to my brother Cricket for a lot of the production on there. Issei produced the title track Triggeration Station, and that song just described, a state of being. When you get somewhere and it's active and there's shit going on and it's the police flying up and down the street, the helicopters ahead, the dope spot over here banging, baby mama screaming. That's wherever that zone is where all that's going on.
Yeah,
that's Triggeration Station. Knuckleheads hanging on the corner. That's Triggeration Station. And
the ghetto birds.
The ghetto bird. That's basically what I was describing on that whole CD. And I take you into that life of a San Diego cat, living in them conditions in that background. And it stuck. It charted 13 on Billboard, right by the East Side, homie. It just out of our pockets, me and the homies, you know what I mean?
And that's a question that I wanted to ask you for people that are wondering, was that through a deal or was that through independently?
That was from off the block. That was some grinding money right there. It wasn't no deals involved. I think we distributed through, at the time, you used to have to distribute it to hard CDs through like Bayside or something like that. I think I distributed my CDs through Bayside, and then a lot of the distribution, you was just driving. It would be independent distributors that would just come pick up hundreds of CDs and drive all over California, all the swap meets, and just sell records. And that's how we ate, and that's how we survived, and it was good.
Dope.
The Master P grind, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, if I'm correct, and you can correct me on this one, I believe Mitchy Does It. Was that your second?
It wasn't my second album, but like a lot of them albums was mixtapes, but that was like, man, and that's Truly Odd. I asked you if you knew Truly Odd. Truly Odd was who executive produced that album and made all the records and the mixes and all that stuff from that album. And man, that might have been like second album. Nah, that was a mixtape, homie.
Okay.
But it was set up so cold, it had the promotion behind it so cold, you would have thought it was an album, but it was a mixtape.
Okay.
And just while we speaking on that, like I redid a lot of songs on there. So like Mitchy's on the radio and all them songs, there was Eazy-E instrumentals. And Eazy-E didn't have no instrumentals out. Eazy-E, DJ Silk was tapped in with Truly Odd. Truly Odd was one of the biggest record pool DJs in LA. And Truly Odd actually had the original waxes that Silk used for Easy shows. And those were the only waxes of those instrumentals of those songs. And I was fortunate enough to get to rap over Eazy-E's actual 12 inches that was just instrumentals for his show waxes.
Right. You know who had 2 of those?
Who that? You. Yeah, that.
Yes.
How did I know you was gonna say that? You got some shit nobody got, Tony. Hey, you can floss on me all day with what you got, homie.
No, I'm just a vinyl lover. That's why.
Right, homie.
That's right. But
Dope.
now, okay, there's a question that I need to ask you,
All right.
and I know you know what, and I never do this because everybody knows how fucking bold I am, but I never apologize to my audience. But I am mindful of your time and where you have to get
Thank you,
to.
homie.
So I'm getting to the main questions.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, somebody asked me about, make sure you ask him about, they call you a G video. How did it come together or come about?
So check it out. Excuse me a second. That's a good question. That's dope. So I got a homie I call them fams. I don't call them fans. I call them fams. I got a homie that really was digging my music, homie. And he's from Oceanside. And he reached out to me and was like, Slick, what's up, homie? I like what you doing, man. I want, you know what I'm saying, I'm coming to your shows and all that. And after a while, we built this relationship. Shout out to my homeboy, Little E from Pasole. Pasole is probably, like they say, like the first gang in San Diego, damn near. But they in Oceanside, like one of the oldest gangs in the San Diego area, county area, whatever. SA gang.
Yeah.
Gangster shit from Oceanside.
Okay.
They was just like, Slick, we fuck with you, bruh. Why don't you come out here and do the video with us? And he wanted to direct the video. And the homie Little E directed that video. And I went out there with him and all his young homeboys and shot the video at they park, you know what I'm saying, in they hood and all that, homie. And that's how it came about. Me and Little E, somebody from that hood, from Pasole, homie, we good friends, like fam, you know what I mean? And that's how that came about.
Okay. Here's another question that somebody submitted. Did Strong Arm Steady get discovered by Talib Kweli first?
No.
Okay. How did Exhibit come into play after being associated with the group?
Exhibit was associated with the group in the beginning. And then we were supposed to do a deal with Loud Records, and it was at the time when everything was going digital, so the money and the budgets was shrinking up fast. Exhibit had some stuff going on with Pimp My Ride, and we was trying to like keep it cracking, and I was caught up in the middle of that situation. I really didn't even know the business about what was going on with that situation. But Talib Kweli was a friend of the gangs, just being an MC, because that's what Strong Arm Steady was about, MC. And so all the cats that was MCs or East Coast cats from other places that would come to LA, they would naturally somehow end up tapping in with Strong Arm Steady. And the friendship was built between Phil and Crime and Talib, and eventually it led into us doing the deal with Blacksmith Records, which was Corey Smith and Talib Kweli, and that's how that came about. But Exhibit was first. Exhibit situation was first.
Okay. I have 2 more questions here. Somebody asked, please ask him about the whole Gangland situation. What was it about it that he didn't like? I heard that he did an interview where he said that he didn't like it the way it ended up. Can you kind of share a little bit? Well, let me ask this for, I guess, to set it up. That how did you get contact by them?
I forgot exactly how it was, but it was somebody called. I forgot who called me. They sent me an email, said they wanted to do something about rap in San Diego, and that's where it came from. I saw another show which was called Gang Wars. At the time, I really didn't know the difference between Gangland and Gang Wars, but I saw my young homie Filthy Rich on there, and how they documented what he was doing was dope. I was like, oh yeah, I need to get get the town on and to show them what we going through down here so that we can get up out of here, because the city basically shutting us down from being able to do stuff, get permits for rap shows. They don't care about rap in San Diego at the time, especially because it's just about money. If you ain't making money off of it, the city, they make money off tourism. They don't want nobody acting foolish and being all the shit we brought to the table to interfere with what they got going on. So there wasn't no backing for hip hop in the early 80s and 90s and up to the 2000s and stuff like that. And I did that interview thinking that it was going to be like any other interview I did, where they basically put out what I showed them. But what you got to understand about media, I mean, television and shit like that, it's about big money and big dollars, and they're going to do whatever is going to get them ratings. Somebody's livelihood, how somebody feeds their children is all dependent on views and how much, how many people are watching this TV show. And so they're going to do other shit to make it look a certain way. So a lot of stuff, and to get the attention that they wanted to get. And so a lot of stuff that you saw on Gangland was trumped up stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like situations like this. Like, say for instance, we was discussing, they asked me a question like, so Mitch, what is the temperature like in Cali? Like what is the vibe in California like between this lifestyle and everybody? And you'll say something like, well, you gotta understand in Southern California, it's like a killer be killed mentality. You kill one of ours and we kill 10 of yours. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like being in the streets of Southern Cali. I mean, that's the gang mentality. They'll cut that shit up, and then all they'll do is like show 3 dead people laying out on the ground, and then show me just saying, you kill one of ours, we kill 10 of yours. And then cut it to the next shit. And then here I am looking like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you glorifying it, you're
like
bragging
I'm
about
glorifying it. Yeah. And that's how they did me on that show. Put a lot of heat on me and my family at the time. Had my whole neighborhood boiling. You know what I'm saying? Like smashing all the homies and everything. I mean, didn't nobody get in trouble or nothing like that, but just the fact that this TV show didn't care. And when I contacted and got them about it, they basically told me, it's like, well, Mitch, this show ain't just about you, homie, and we trying to get ratings. That's what they told me.
Wow. So it's pretty much they edited it and they made you look a certain type of way.
Made me look like I was a 15-year-old lunatic. That's what they made me look like. They made me look as crazy as they could edit it up and make me look like.
It's funny because today, what a lot of people do, they do it clickbait.
That's what it was.
It's clickbait. Yeah. What it is. It's like, say that I ask you a question about a certain individual, and you're like, we're cool, man. We haven't talked in a long time, but we're cool. I'll make a little video of that, and I'll just put, Mitch talks about how the shit fell off between him and this rapper, and he goes in on him. But really, what you said is just, we're cool. We just haven't talked in a while. Yeah. But that caption is the clickbait, okay? And I like to say it's dick bait, because all the dick riders want to go over there and click on it and they bid on it.
See, but it's another part of it too. You might have the dick riders that go click on it, but now what about the people that don't click and don't really know how the internet works? And so now you got the dick, whatever you click dickers, whatever the fuck they are, punks, busters. They go and say the shit to the homies that don't be on the internet.
Yes.
And they really don't understand what's going on.
Yes.
So they even falling into this shit more than the homie that know. They don't know that it's such thing as clickbait. All they know is that one of the homies that be on the internet told me that Mitch said this. So now you got the G homies like, hold on. So even they tapping in.
Yes.
You feel me?
You're absolutely
and I've been
right.
in situations like that. I had a situation where I was on a talk show with one of the homies. This is our show, so we ain't gonna say no other homies' names. But what happened was, at the time, it was a lot going on in Southern California with popular celebrity artists saying that they was from hoods. And it was it was a thing going on, like they was making it look like, certain neighborhoods are selling the you know what I'm saying, the flag, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And so on this one show, I'm basically defending my hood because they asked me about that, and they asked me about Nick Cannon. Because they know Nick Cannon grew up in my neighborhood, and they asked me. And they was trying to like make it in reference to how these other neighborhoods have these other celebrity artists that ain't from where they from. And I was basically defending my neighborhood, saying, nah, Nick grew up in my neighborhood. He didn't buy, we not gonna take no money to let nobody be no homie. Nick Daddy, one of the first homies from our neighborhood. And I said that, and then they went and put clickbait Mitchy Slick says that Nick Cannon's daddy was a founding member of Linkin Park Bloods. All I said was he was one of the first homies around, meaning that some of my older homies told me that they was running around thugging together, and he was there. And if you was with this cat right here, thugging with this dude, you had to been one of the first homies around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. And they turned it into me saying that he was a founding member of Linkin Park Bloods.
Yeah. That's the dick bait right there.
And hold on. And I got heat for that from my homies.
Yeah.
I mean, we ain't talking about this heat. Like, nah, we talk.
It's all good, bro.
We
You know
talked
what?
about it.
Just know that we don't do no clickbait bullshit here.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so then.
But I'm glad we talked about it, though, because that kind of stuff need to be put out on the way so cats can really know what's going on and not just be no fool to the internet.
You know what? And I'm glad you said that, because there's a lot of people that do interviews. They're asked certain questions, not knowing the intentions of the podcast or what he's going to do later with that conversation. And you don't realize the shit you could be bringing on that person.
Yeah.
All because you want views.
They don't care.
They don't care.
No, I don't care.
So, okay, moving on to the last question is, in your album, Urban Survival Syndrome, it seems like the YouTube and Spotify uploads don't have the original version of the album, with first track being called Sindel Mob, where it's a song where a news reporter mentions Southeast San Diego and Spring Valley. Instead, it shows the first track just being an intro. Did the original version cause problems where it had to be changed?
You know what? I don't even fucking know, bro. Whoever that is, man, that's a real Mitchy Slick.
He is.
Hey, that's dope, homie. I don't know, but I'm going to look into that now. Let me see what's going on. And you know what? If I think back, it might have been something to it. I can't even remember, bro.
No, he is a fan.
He know what's up, huh? He know what's going on.
Let me tell you something, and I appreciate fans like that, because those people, they're the guys that used to read the credits like we all did.
I love that, bro.
Yes.
I love that. You know what? Tell the homie, I'm going to look into that, G. I don't even know what the hell that was
Okay,
about.
like Two Trip, okay?
Right.
The intro.
Right.
I wanted to ask you about that, because obviously I'm a big NWA fan.
Yeah.
So I had heard it on the second album.
Right.
So when somebody shot it to me, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I heard this before, but I couldn't put it together. Is that the way it appeared on the mixtape, or is that just the YouTube version where it appears Homeboy on the phone? Do you remember that one?
No.
Okay.
Hey, homie, I got a bad
you're
memory,
honest.
bro.
You're honest.
I got a bad memory, homie, and it's crazy with this music. Bro, I got like over 4,000 songs out with my name on it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the kind of artist, homie, it's crazy with me. After I listen to it, I don't really listen to my music no more.
Right, okay.
I'm on to the next. I'm trying to put it out.
Right.
When I get on tour and have to do shows, has the homie pop it on. I got to go over every song. Oh, I don't remember my lyrics, none of that, bro. It's life. I might make a song, put it out, and don't never listen to it again. Next time I hear it, it's at the club or in a party or with somebody like that. I don't sit on the songs because I got so much of my mental that I want to get out to my listeners. You know what I'm saying? I'm always creating, homie. I always want to I got these topics that I come up. My artistry, homie, is mostly about concepts.
Okay.
If you listen to the stuff that I rap about, homie, it's not really conventional topics. It might be the same stuff, but it's going to be from a different perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm all about. That's where I. You take originality in your style and your craft, and a lot of people use it in their metaphors. A lot of people use it in their words, and most of my attention to originality comes from concepts. I like to talk about stuff that you haven't heard people talk about before. You know what I mean?
That's good. The reason why I bring it up, because somebody brought that up as well. It was the one when Homeboy's calling from jail, and he was like, "Yo, bitch, come pick me up."
That's I think you know who that is. That's off Easy shit. That's Warren G.
That's
Warren G. That's NWA shit.
Right.
Because the mixtape, not only did we take authentic classic ass songs, we took everything that we liked from the era. So we snatched certain skits that we liked from this shit, certain cuts and scratches from this shit, just the whole element to take you back where this music and this time came from.
You created a vibe.
A vibe. That's what it was.
Hell yeah.
You be listening to this old beat that you know, and then you like, damn, Mitch busting on this shit. And then you hear that old skit that you liked off the NWA album. You're like, damn, and it went along with the new Mitch version of the song and it came together. That's truly our work and his magic, you know?
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
You know, we're barely scratching the surface, man. And I just feel like I had to rearrange my whole interview because I'm respectful of your time.
Thank you, bro.
I would love for you to come back whenever you do have the time where we could really get into your songs. I really like to pick rappers' brains when it comes to their songs.
Right.
You know, why did you name the album? I said, why did you name the song?
Man,
what are you talking about?
Man, I never had an interview like that, homie. That's the type of interview I want, bro.
That's what I had ready.
So check it out, bro. No, so I come back anytime you want me to come back, homie. It ain't nothing. But like, this is what I say a lot of times, like the women, females, they listen to songs. I'll be like, ask your girl what her favorite song is, and then ask her what that song is about. 85% of the time, she can't even tell you what the song is about, homie. I'll say a rap, and I wonder, like, damn, I rap way better than this motherfucker. Why he blown? A lot of times, I think some of the shit I be talking about, people don't even understand and get, but I wish I could break it down. If I just made if I just said one of my raps and told you what it was, where my mind was at and what I was digging into, like, if motherfucker really knew, they would like my rap way more than they like my raps, homie, because I be on some other shit, you know what I mean?
That'll work.
Like,
That'll work.
It's like, I want you to ask them questions, homie, so whenever we got a chance, I love to break that down with
Hell
you.
yeah, hell yeah. Last thing, 2023, we're in June right now. What can people expect from Mitchy the rest of the year?
More music in this amount of time than I ever dropped my whole career. I probably dropped like 3 videos in the last month. Me and Cocaine, Everybody Want to Be a Boss came out. Shout out to the homie Don G that put that record together. Video out. I dropped Heyday. That's a single off my project that I got called Selective Politicking. Like when I say topics and concepts you haven't heard before, like the hook says
take your time.
How the hook, homie, go? Supposed to be golfing, but still playing the block. Well in his 40s, but still addicted to walk. Still trying to get his first Chevy to hop. Still front line, don't think he ever gonna stop. I'm talking about the OG homie.
Yeah.
That's like, he damn near 50 years old, but he still kind of got his hands in the street, homie.
Right.
Because he got indicted back in the late early 90s when Nancy and them had that shit going crazy, and they was doing that what was that, war on drugs shit, and giving you 10 times the time for crack than for more pure. And a lot of big homies, a lot of our uncles and fathers failed to that and was gone for 20 and 30 years. And then you got some homies that never got to ball out through those times, even though they got to taste it back then. And then they get out of jail and they still out here trying to relive their heyday.
Oh, yeah, ain't that the truth, bro? You got dudes still locked up for jacking somebody for Dayton's.
Come on, bro.
You know, okay. Here's what we're gonna do, Alex. We're gonna go ahead and for 15 minutes tops, we're gonna try to get some calls in. And I gotta make one. Don't put the number just up yet, okay? I gotta make one personal phone call. You can put the headphones on now.
Okay.
Okay. Turn me up on the headphone. Turn me up. Okay. I gotta make one. You gotta give me a little bit more than that, bro. Okay, right there's cool. Okay, I got to make this call because this person is one of our moderators, and this person wanted to ask you a question.
For sure.
Okay, hopefully they pick up. Am I connected? Hello? Hello, hey. Magic Girl from Bakersfield, Mitchy Slick. This is Magic Girl from Bakersfield. Go ahead and ask away.
Hey,
What's up,
first and foremost, I just want to say I'm a big fan of your music. I want to make it quick. I know you're short on time. I feel like a lot of rappers are heavily influenced by your style of.
Oh shoot! Drop call.
She dropped.
Yeah, hold on. Let me call back. I don't know what the hell happened there, but hello.
Magic Girl.
Here it goes.
Your call has been.
Oh my God.
My phone died, homie.
Well, that's on her. She had her chance.
Well.
Okay, you know what?
I'll let her call back, homie. She'll call back.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Turn me up. I need to hear it ring. Not too loud, bro. Yo.
Hello?
Okay, please don't let the phone drop again.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So my question is, in 2001, I believe that was the year you dropped the Triggeration Station album, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there is a song on there called Triggeration Station. And I know that you were talking about Tony and talking with Tony, about how you don't really pay attention to other people's music and you really don't know what kind of artists sound like you or if they bit your style or bit your music.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so Triggeration Station was released in 2001, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in 2009, B2K and Diddy released Bomb Bomb Bomb. And I don't know if you're familiar with that hook.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, it goes, baby, turn around and let me see that sexy body go bum, bum, bum.
Yeah,
so when I heard that, I was like, wait, that's Mitchy shit.
I see where you can get it, but you know what? I'm one of those cats that's on the other side of that. I got a couple homies that's around me. They always think somebody biting our shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, nah. But who knows, baby? Maybe so. But that's dope that you said that. Hey, Puffy, you owe me a check, man.
That's right. That's right.
I just believe that a lot of the newer artists, because before that, I mean, who was really around to influence? It was people like you, Project Pat, and other rappers that people don't really know of, like J. Cole's "Don't Save Her" was released in 2001. I mean, in 2009, I believe. That Project Pat released the same exact hook in 2001 as "Don't Save Her, she don't want to be saved, don't save her," and everybody thinks it's J. Cole, and I'm like, that's Project Pat, 2001, like 8 years before. So I just think that a lot of the music that was released in your generation, and this is just my experience, it heavily influenced a lot of the artists. It definitely influenced a lot of my music. And back to the 2 Triv record, that's one of my all-time favorite songs. And I don't think anybody has done that beat justice like you and Too Short. Nobody. I recently heard a record. I'm not going to drop no names, but I heard 5 rappers on the same beat, and all of them had a little bit of Mitchy flow in it.
Wow.
And they did not. I don't feel like anybody has done that beat justice like you and Too Short, but that's just my opinion.
I'm flattered though. When I hear somebody sounding like Mitchy Slick, I owe it to like them paying homage kind of in a way. You know what I mean?
Right.
All good.
No, yeah. I feel the same way. But thank you for answering my questions. And Tony, thank you for taking the call.
All good.
Much love, mama. Appreciate you.
Likewise. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and put the number. Let's make these phone calls. We're going to take about 2 3 tops. Okay. Please get to your question, please. Okay. I know sometimes guys want to call in and have a conversation. Just please get to your question. And I ask respectfully, because I know tomorrow somebody's going to say, Tony, you rushed the damn show.
I'm coming back, man. I'm going to come host it with the homie one day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. So is the number up? Yep. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys, here we go. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Here we go. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
It's the homie Geeking from the city of Escondido.
This guy gets in every time. Go for it, bro. Ask your question. Okay, let's go.
Hey, Mitchy Slick, first and foremost, thank you for being on the platform, dog. I fucking love watching his interviews.
Much love, homie.
Second of all, just a quick question. Who's your favorite Chicano collab artist on a track?
You mean for me to collab with?
Or anybody who you've worked with or who you'd like to work with?
Check this out. Y'all might trip off of this, bro. But just the other day, bro, I did a show, homie. Up in who was it in Stockton, bro? Bro, that boy Frankie J. Bro, I didn't know that dude could sing like that, bro. Yeah. That fool can blow. I mean, that fool got vocals, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be dope to have a dope record with him. And I just brought him up now because we were speaking about that. But far as outside of those vocals, I love to have him dope on a hook or something like that of a song. I'm actually trying to make something happen. But if I had to pick my favorite Chicano artist, homie, I would say it's a lot of them, homie. It's a lot because I listen to a lot of them. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I had met Lil Suede, homie.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Suede was going through the same management company that I work with. You know what I mean? And how raw he was at the time, and just how he didn't try to hide that accent at all. I like that about his tone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We even got some little cats out of Dago, even like you heard a little weirdo dope too though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a gang of them. That list could go on for a long time. Rossi, Rock, and Dago, they busting right now. I know a lot of the Mexican homies used to have a problem with the spittery of the Latino artists, but the Latino artists are spitting right now, homie. They spitting like, you know what I'm saying, like brothers right now, a lot of them, homie. So yeah, that's a long list, homie. If I sat down, I could probably figure out who my favorite is. I know I'm missing who it is that's right off the top of my mind right now. But no, it's a few of them, homie, that's spitting right now, homie. But I named a couple for sure.
All good, Kike. Muchas gracias, carnal. Thank you, homie.
Hey, thanks for that. Let's have a good one, man.
Okay, let's keep it pushing, you guys. Who's gonna call in? We missed about 3 phone calls. Let's see. Here we go. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, Lil Grifo too. Me and Lil Grifo got it. Me and Grifo make good records.
Hey, what's up, Tony A from Mob Nasty? I'm gonna do a telephone. Hey,
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
I'm all right, dog. How you doing?
Good, brother. You got a question for Mitch?
Hey, Mitchy Slick, what's up, boy? You a Southeast legend, dog. I hope you know that shit, my boy.
Much love,
I've been
homie.
bumping your shit since Juvenile Hall days, my boy.
Hey, that's
Capo days, dog.
you. That's who I made it for. That's who I used to make the music for. The homies that was in them situations, homie. Much love. I'm glad you got it, homie.
Hell yeah, dog. Man, Mitchy, bro. Since way back, since that.
Yeah,
black,
that.
you know what I mean?
Straight up, homie.
And hey, but I appreciate the shit you made with Lil Grifo, homie. Fucking
Come on, man.
Dago.
Come on, homie. That's what I was just talking about. Grifo,
Hey.
Me and Grifo made a classic, a Dago classic record, homie. That's my homeboy.
That's right, homie. Southeast San Diego, homie. You know what I mean? From the brown to the, you know what I mean?
Straight
From the
up,
brown
homie.
to the black. You know,
Straight up,
how we
homie.
do it, dog. Yeah, that.
Yeah, that. Much love, homie.
Motherfuckers, you're the underrated motherfucking San Diego rapper, bro. You're a Southeast legend, bro. Real shit. Since you made since you made Triggeration Station, bro, like that's just like back in the day, dog.
I appreciate you, homie.
Homie, I was in Juvenile Hall, like Kearney Mesa, Campo, Camp Barrett, bro, bumping your shit, bro, like real shit, dog, like
that's what I made it for, homie.
San Diego shit, bro.
I made it for the homies. That's why I made it, homie.
Barrett, I'm over there bumping. Hey, no, hold on. I was in the fucking from county jail to the free side, nigga, bumping that shit.
That's right,
I won't
homie.
stop being the blood. Even if the phone stop, to the won't stop. Nigga. I won't stop being the blood.
That's
I'm
right,
in
homie.
Southeast, you hear me? I was in Lincoln Park and I got jumped one day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's that shit, bro.
That's right, homie.
Motherfuckers don't know that shit, bro. You a Southeast legend, bro.
Appreciate you, homeboy.
All right, my
Hey.
brother. Thank you, brother.
No, real shit. I mean,
Much love, homie.
Steady boat, nigga, Lincoln Park, nigga, whoa.
Whoa. Much love, homie.
All right. One more phone call, and then we out of here. So let's go. We missed about 6 phone calls. Let's go, guys. Who's going to be the last caller? I don't want to hear later on, oh, Tony, you didn't give me an opportunity, because right now I'm giving you the opportunity to get the last call in.
The homie was turned.
Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this is Green Eye from El Cajon, San Diego in the house.
San Diego in the house. What's up, my brother? You got a question for Mitch?
Yeah, Mitch, I don't think I heard any interviews you touch on it. But I'm a San Diego rap collector, and I found a cassette. It's Little Fatal, I Don't Want to Dance.
He went back
I
on
believe
me.
that's you on that record as well, right?
Bro, check this out. I was over there at the studio, like I was telling a story earlier, homie. And I went back to the turf and I told the homies, look, y'all, I think we can make this rap shit crack. Now listen, homie, remember I told you my pops did music, right?
Yes.
I just woke up one day and was like, Pops, I want to make beats. Homie, the main tool that everybody was using at the time, it was the EPS, the Ensoniq EPS to make beats.
Yes.
Bro, Pops had one in my room already sitting next to my bed, just behind the thing collecting dust. Just imagine, like, you ain't thinking about nothing. You want to make music, and your Pops just for storage stuff, the MPC in your room. The tool that I needed to make the beats was already in my room, just sitting there for like 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
And I never, nothing. He said, there go the thing right there.
And you were like, what
I was using it for like a desk or something.
Holy shit.
I plugged it up, homie. Got the cracking, and the beats that he talking about that I used for that project, I made those beats myself. The first records I put out, I produced them myself. I sold my lowrider, homie, and took my money, and I had a little homie from my neighborhood. Little Fatal was my little homie, and I put the money behind him. I sold my lowrider to put out that project right there, homie, and I made the beats and produced the beats myself on a EPS. On the EPS, whatever that shit in Sonic, homie. Yeah, straight up, homie. Yeah, and that came out, bro. That was the first project I ever put out, bro. So you took us back on that one, homie. Salute, homie.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So is that the beginning of Wrong Kind right there?
That's the beginning. That's the beginning. That's the first shit.
Homie. Thank you for holding it down for San Diego.
Much love, homie. I appreciate you.
Hey, peace out, Tony.
All right, peace out, my brother. Okay, we're good. No more phone calls. We're done. And hold on, my bro. Okay, first and foremost, I want to say once again, we'll do a part 2 soon. You know, whenever you have the opportunity. But I want to, like, again, respect your time. But I also want to give you something. This is from my friend who owns dentistries. Yeah, also a couple of dentistries. Cal Dental. My friend James Jones, not to be confused with Jim Jones.
Right.
But he wanted to give you this. It's just a teeth whitening.
That's dope.
You know.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, teeth whitening thing.
Smoke weed, man. I might need a little bit of this, man.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's dope.
I wanted to give you that, and go ahead, give a super chat. You have 2 of them, and then we'll give our shout outs, and then it's a wrap.
All right, Mark Lala 5. He said, my roommate Tracy, a big fan from Paradise Hill and college in Dago.
Straight up.
G, steady hundo. Enrique Ledesma dropped $4.99. Asked Mitchy what it was like working with Steve Vicious, a.k.a. VMF. If he's still in touch with Steve, ask him to plug you with him. Saludos from Escondido.
Hey, Steve Vicious, we call Steve Vicious the San Diego Dr. Dre, homie.
Okay.
Like all the big, like Little One, I'm pretty sure. I think Little One and Little Rob. I think all of them cats mess with Steve Vicious, bro. Steve Vicious pretty much is like the first king of the beats in San Diego. You know what I mean? And awesome. I always work with Steve Vicious forever. Him and Cricket work together. Cricket, my brother, you know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
And that's who produced a lot of my first music. Cricket still produces a lot of my music now. We got a dope song out right now called Deep In It that's moving. I do it in all the shows. But Vicious is big, bro. Salute to Vicious, and can't nobody take Vicious' crown. He the man. And I'm in touch with him. If you want to tap in with him, just hit me on my Instagram, and I'll get you in touch with him. My Instagram is Mitchy Slick, MITCHY Slick, Wrong Kind, WRONGKIND. Mitchy Slick, Wrong Kind, and I'll tap you in with Steve Vicious. Easy.
Absolutely. Also, his tag is on the screen and on the description. You can just hit it, and it'll take you straight to his page. Is that it, Norbert?
Yeah, that's all of them. Thank you, everybody, for the super
Yes.
chat.
Mitchy, shout outs, and then we're out.
Hey, I just want to send a shout out to all my homies that ain't here right now, homie. Shout out to Tony A for having me, homie, and keeping this West Coast thing alive. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for historians and cats that really knew this real West Coast hip hop origins, homie, we I don't know where we'd be today. And it's an insurgents coming back right now. I want to say rest in peace to the big homie, to my homeboy Big Y. You know what I'm saying? We just lost a real soldier, homie, from Inglewood, homie, and the relatives. Shout out to Sugar Boogie and all they fam over there, all the Crenshaw Mafias. You know what I'm saying? We lost a good one, homie. So I just want to send and dedicate everything I'm doing recently right now, homie, to the homeboy Big Y. And Wrong Kind Records will never die. I told y'all a long time ago. That's it. Yeah, that.
All good. Also, I want to give a shout out once again to Alex Cervantes Enterprise. Let me give a shout out to Norbert, News with Norbies tomorrow. Let me give a shout out to my son B-SKANLESS, also to the Hip Hop Jedi, and to Marvelous Inc., and to our moderator, once again, Magic Girl, who called in. Thank you guys. You know what? We're going to make it happen. We're going to do a part 2. But like I said, hold on for that one. And we're going to make it. I don't know if you smoke or not, because I have a show called Smoking with the Wizard, where I allow everybody to smoke up in here.
Hey, I'm the smoker. I got my own strains, too. Shout out to JR Budman at Budman Gardens, you know what I'm saying?
That's what we'll do. We'll promote all that shit.
I got that Triggeration Station strain, and then we just created that Blackberry Trig, so I'll be happy to let y'all get a bar of that.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Other than that, you know what? I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Thank you once again, Mitchy Slick. Yeah. Muchas gracias, hermano. Appreciate you, homie.
Thank you for having me, homie.
Yes, sir. We're out of here. Thank you.
Hey, yo, I want to give a special shout out to Cal Dental USA. They taking dentistry to the next level. I'm wishing all the employees, you know, a real, just safe quarantine, man, during this time. I know it's tough. But look, if you need a dentist from LA to the OC, they got you covered, man. Like Hustle Man would say, the marathon continues. You heard?